Whether we've been aware of it or not, movies have been leaving Easter eggs for audiences to discover for a long time. There's probably a movie you love that you've sat down and watched over 50 times and you missed an Easter egg, so there's definitely movies you haven't seen or maybe only seen once and missed some. But what are the big-time ones we should have noticed? Let's take a look. Here's the big-time Easter eggs that a lot of us missed. First up, we have Spider-Man No Way Home. As if Spider-Man No Way Home didn't have enough fun surprises, there's a delightful Easter egg that pays tribute to Stan Lee. In the bridge scene, when Spider-Man lands on a car to chat with Dr. Octopus, the taxi in the background is numbered 1228. That is a direct reference to Stan Lee's birthday. Remember, the 28th of December. Next is Up. Pixar's Up was revolutionary in its approach to adult themes packaged in a perfect film for children and their parents. If you didn't cry during the first 10 minutes of Up, then you need to get checked out. Carl misses his wife, and that is what sets up the grand adventure of Up. You may have missed this little detail, but the night before he plans on taking off for his trip, he takes his mailbox down. He won't be receiving mail where he's going. Up next on the list is Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick was a surprise hit at the box office. It seems like everyone had rave reviews for the new Tom Cruise flight flick. There's a scene in the movie where Hangman strolls up to the jukebox to pick a song. He chooses Slow Ride by Foghat, which is the 86th track, number 86, and that just so happens to be the year the first Top Gun came out and a star named Tom Cruise was truly born. Now we have The Incredibles 2. In 2004, Pixar released The Incredibles. To this day, The Incredibles is one of the best superhero films ever made, and they've even made a sequel. In The Incredibles, there's a scene where a woman mistakes the antagonist, Syndrome, for Phyronic. Everyone was like, huh? But in The Incredibles 2, we get to see what Phyronic looks like, and the Soups' costumes does bear a passing resemblance to Syndrome's costume. And now, Home Alone. How's your math? Okay, check this out. So, in Home Alone, when the big collection of McAllisters is getting ready to group up and get in the vans to go to the airport, their head count is 17 people. This means the vans will be split up into 9 passengers in one van and 8 in the other van. Still with me? Since Kevin wasn't there, each group had 8 in a van, and so they simply assumed the other van had 1 extra family member. No one was the wiser. Another on the list is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince and the Order of the Phoenix. They made a whole bunch of Harry Potter movies, so if this little detail slips past you, please don't feel bad. It's safe to say that Hogwarts had a lot going on. Now, in The Half-Blood Prince, released in 2009, we see a newspaper with the headline reading the witch Amelia Bones was found murdered in her home. Do you know who she was? Leave a comment below if you're ahead of me on this one. Amelia Bones is the very same witch who defended Harry in the Order of the Phoenix. Now we have Don't Look Up. This one has a little humor. In the scene where Kate, played by Jennifer Lawrence, is telling her shady-ass boyfriend that a comet bigger than the one that destroyed the dinosaurs is headed directly toward Earth, you may have noticed a guy in the background walking around in a dinosaur costume. And then there's the Batman. In the 1960s Batman TV show, when it was time to open the entrance to the Batcave, Bruce Wayne lifted up Shakespeare's head to press the button. The Batman plays tribute to the fun detail. If you look carefully, you'll see there is a bust of William Shakespeare in Wayne Manor. Up next, Titanic. The Titanic is rich in details accurate to the time of the tragic sinking, but one detail for absolutely certain that they nailed, no pun intended, is the car that Rose and Jack get in on. The car is a 1912 Renault Type CB Coupe de Ville. The automobile was known for certain to be on the Titanic. Another is Scream. Scream blew audiences away when it first came out in 1996. The film flipped our conception of horror on its head, and we all loved it. Some of you may know who Fonzie is. From Happy Days, the actor Henry Winkler plays the principal of the high school. In a scene where he opens the closet in his office, we see that there's a duplicate of Fonzie's leather motorcycle jacket he famously wore in the classic TV show Hey! And then we have The Wizard of Oz. I certainly missed this one somehow. The Wicked Witch of the West isn't anybody's favorite, but did you know that when they are sent on the mission to kill her, that Scarecrow brings a pistol? He isn't playing games. Up next, The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger will forever be known for his incredible performance as the Joker. He pushes Batman to the brink and laughs the entire way. You may have noticed he walks walks around jovially swinging a sawed-off shotgun for most of the movie. But where did he get it? Seems so familiar. Oh yeah, he steals the gun from the bank owner in the first scene of the movie. Well done, Joker. And now, Talladega Nights. Rick Bobby and his race car driving menace, Jean Girard, share a kiss. And there just so happens to be a funny little sign in the background which reads, French me. Spoiler alert, Sacha Baron Cohen plays the French Jean Girard. Next is Hercules. The 1997 Disney animated film is definitely an under-the-radar hit. The movie doesn't get the accolades other Disney films get, but there is definitely some charm and really humorous moments in the film. The villain, Hades, plays it cool most of the movie, only totally freaking out when he deems it necessary. So, at the 46-minute mark of the film, he rests his arms behind his head and says, Guys, relax, it's only halftime. This is at exactly halfway point. The film is 92 minutes long. Who in the heck figured that one out? And then we have the never-ending story. This one is crazy. Learning about all these Easter eggs is so fun. Seeing how all these creative minds share support and combine unique worlds for our entertainment is a beautiful thing. In the Fantastica Palace scene, in the never-ending story, several of the most iconic characters of our time will make a very brief appearance, including Yoda, Gumby, Mickey Mouse, E.T., C-3PO, and Chewbacca. There's even a couple of Ewoks. Up next on the list, Frankenweenie. Any Frankenstein tribute in some way or another has an homage to the original author Mary Shelley. In Frankenweenie, Tim Burton and his crew pay tribute by naming the giant turtle Kaiju Shelley. Mary, I'd like to introduce you to Kaiju. Play nice. Next, It Chapter 2. The Shining is referenced by a lot of films. It Chapter 2 is no exception. Both The Shining and It were famously penned by horror legend Stephen King. So it may not come as a surprise that there's a brief scene where a kid is seen holding a skateboard with the faded, beat-up design of the infamous carpet from the Overlook Hotel from The Shining. And now, Spider-Man Homecoming. This one is fun. MJ is seen reading a novel by famed Russian writer Vladimir Nabokov, Invitation to a Beheading. The book fits MJ's dry style and wit, and is also a little wink to the Spider-Man films themselves. The novel is about a man locked away in a prison cell, his only companion that of a spider. Then there is American Psycho. People of business take their business cards seriously, especially in the 1980s. Paul Allen whips out his card in a very famous satirical scene in the cult smash hit, and the font plays throughout the film, in the beginning little sequence and again in the closing credits. Leave a comment if you know what font they used. And Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Cops are supposed to solve crimes. That's their job, right? In Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the initial report from forensics is that the yellow paint at the crime scene is from Roger's gloves. We're gonna need better detective work than that. Later we discover that the true killer's tune weapons are all, wait for it, yeah, they're yellow. Innocent until proven guilty. Up next, Star Wars. In the original Star Wars, A New Hope, Princess Leia's inmate number when held captive by the Empire is 2187. That number is later referenced in Star Wars The Force Awakens. Finn's soldier number is the same, 2187. And now, the wild and wacky world of Andy Samberg. Andy Samberg is funny, and apparently he demands a certain type of beer in his movies. Just kidding, he's probably the sweetest guy ever. In the film Palm Springs, the actor is seen drinking Acupara beer. And then, in 2022, Chip and Dale are seen drinking the same beer, albeit the cans and bottles are different sizes. And finally, our last juicy Easter egg, and it is trippy. Last but not least, Hocus Pocus. Everyone knows the three sisters from the cult classic Hocus Pocus, but what about Sweet Max Dennison? The kid has that super hip tie-dye shirt, and it's totally repping the colors of the Sanderson sisters' outfits. That is some serious color coordination. What did you guys think? Did we miss any? Which ones shocked you or put a big smile on your face? Let us know in the comments. We're going to keep bringing you great new videos covering everything you want to know. In the meantime, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you soon. Take care.